Hey everybody, Scott Sandlin here for HypnoThoughts Live. I am once again doing a speed dating session here for the pre and post conference workshops. This is just to help make sure you guys get to know the presenters. Speed dating. Take a couple of minutes, learn about them, their content, their class, and then help you find the right class for you. And of course, all the descriptions of all the workshops are on our website, htlive.net. But let's jump right into this with a guy I've actually known for a long time. And I really like his work. So I'm excited to bring him back to HypnoThoughts Live for I don't even know how many years he's been coming now. This is my old friend, Rob DeGroof. Rob, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you, Scott?
I'm doing great. So you're teaching, the workshop we're talking about is really focused on, I mean, there's sports in there, but it's really golf.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So actually with this training, the techniques in this training you can use for different types of sports, but I wanted to make it really like a niche training. And it's much more than a training. It's actually more like a license that you obtain to become a hypnosis for golfers expert. So people will get a lot of not only techniques, but also it's actually like a brand that they get, all the marketing materials, everything, but it's centered to golf players. Of course, it's easily adaptable to darts players, to other sports, even team sports. So, but all and also the examples, every marketing will be focused on golfers.
Yeah, and I've known you, like I said, for a while. I know you're an avid golfer, and you know I play golf, but you're a real serious golfer, which is awesome. And I love this as a niche. You and I talked about this, I think, last year in person. That this is such a great niche because people who like to play golf tend to be financially successful, people who can afford to pay, and that gets you into those great niches. So I love this space. But let's jump into your class. I know you've got the material. I know you've got the know-how and the experience, and you've been doing hypnosis for a long time, and you've been helping these people. What are you doing in the class that's going to make the class, sure, informative, but also fun? Like, why should people pick this class for a fun time?
Okay, so first of all, I have a background in entertainment. So for me, every single training that I do is actually more like a performance. So there's never going to be a dull moment in a training. There will be a lot of demonstrations. I show actually what I'm doing with my clients, also the way that I approach clients, the way that I approach my golf players. So the training will be very interactive. And very aimed on that golf player. So even if and I think there will be some of the attendees will be golf players as well. So we have somebody to work with. And then of course, if you're a hypnotist and a golf player, you will have an extra value of the training because probably your golf play will become better after the training as well. So it will be like a mix and a match between demonstrations and practice, of course, but a lot of information. And actually, it's a 2-day training, but some of the parts of the training will be on video. So because I can't cover everything, every single aspect of the training on those 2 days. Like they will be able to teach 2 full-day trainings at golf clubs. So all that material will be as an online training. They will see me teaching the same trainings. So all that material will be also available.
Yeah, I want to highlight that. So when they take your course, that means they're getting the material to teach classes at golf clubs, which is, if you want to talk about how to generate clients, like there's so much value in that.
Yeah, so they will be able to teach 2 one-day trainings. One is mental fitness for golf players, and one is self-hypnosis for golf players. But I will also give them all materials that they need, a fully, even scripted, not, but more like the slides, everything they need to do, or a webinar, a 1-hour webinar, or like a 1-hour presentation in a golf club, just to inform people what hypnosis can mean for them as golf players. So they will get all those materials also for the 2 one-day trainings. And the only thing that they need to do is go to Canva, change their logo on the slides, and go to the golf clubs and teach the training. That's the only thing they need to do.
Yeah, so I mean, the amount of tools and resources you're providing in this class, I think really needs to be called out. I mean, yes, there's going to be, protocols, and yes, there's going to be processes, there's going to be all those things and demos, like you said, but it's also all the materials. And so when this person walks away from this class, they're ready to go. They can get started with this population, with this niche right away.
Yeah, correct. So it will not only be the training materials, but also marketing materials like an ebook that they can send out, or use like a lead magnet to just build their list of golf players. We have the Hypnosis for Golfers application. I actually created a post today for the Facebook group of HypnoThoughts, so people can actually go and add the app on their phone. It's actually there are mental golf lessons in that application. There's audio hypnosis recordings. There's yoga for golfers, specially made for us. So all the attendees can also have that video and give it to their clients. Here is a yoga for golfers thing, or they can give it also as a lead magnet. But it's all in our application, and the certified hypnosis for golfers experts will have access and will have the ability to share that with their potential clients to inform them about the possibilities of hypnosis for golfers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so much material. It's first of all, it's just very generous of you to be doing that and sharing all that information and not just keeping it yourself. And I love that for anybody in our community, especially those who are getting started or those who are, established and busy. Having that means that they're really going to use it. It's not going to be a class they take and then walk away and never actually do
No,
anything.
especially in the US, because I traveled in the US many times already, and I can see the difference between golf players in the US and golf players here in Belgium or in Bulgaria, my second home, but in Europe in general. In the US, a lot of like you said, golf players, they have the financial ability to invest in their golf play, and even the prizes that we ask here in Europe to golf players, you can double that in the US. So
Yeah.
I mentioned that with 2 clients, you have your training back. In the US, you can do it with 1 client, with teaching one of these trainings at a golf club. You will have the investment of your training back, because of the fact that the market for golf players is so much bigger in the US. There are so many. There are and in the US. Everybody, a lot of people in all different classes of the population are playing golf, from the just public golf courses to the more elite country clubs, where people have this they have a lot of money to spend. And as you know, as a golfer yourself, you can buy one more driver and one more, but there comes an end on it. You can't buy a driver that hits your ball. So a lot of people are spending a lot of money on their equipment, but there is a moment in time that they start realizing that also the mental approach of the game is really important. So a lot of those people, the ones that I'm working with a lot of players from the Netherlands at the moment, because I had this interview in an online magazine of golf players specialized for Netherlands, and a lot of them are golf players who are stuck, who are like, they're not lowering their handicaps anymore with buying new equipment, with another golf lesson at the pro, because there are some mental things like yips or things, or just blockages like I'm not good enough. I can't lower my handicap anymore. And sometimes just one session taking away that blockage will do the job. And that's actually what golfers are looking for. They are always looking for new ways to get better.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. One of the great things about this population is golfers seek out coaching and refinement. And there's really a culture of, whether it's a new fidgety tool for practice drills, or more coaching time, or another bucket of balls on a driving range, it's an audience that is really predisposed to being open, to being coachable, to wanting this. And obviously it goes without saying, it's a competitive group. And I think it's just such a great space for hypnotists to be focusing in. And let me ask you this. I mean, there are quite a few hypnotists, some of them presenting at HypnoThoughts Live and other conferences that talk about sports. And you know them, I know them, and we like each other and we like them. And you know, I'm not asking you in any way to disparage them, because I know you wouldn't, even if I asked. What are you doing that's kind of different? I'm not saying better or worse. I'm just saying, like, so that they can compare. What are you giving that's different from some of those other great instructors?
Well, I think it's my approach. It's all, as you know, I'm my mentor was Jeffrey Stevens. I'm really into the direct hypnosis, the fast inductions, the no nonsense hypnosis. I'm really into short sessions but powerful, and that's something that I also do with my golf players. I don't do very long sessions. And that's what I want to teach the attendees as well. Be able to be flexible. Be able to whatever a golfer comes in and start talking about, hey, we can do this, or I have a technique in my toolbox, I can do an instant induction, and we start working. And that's I think that's the approach will be maybe a bit different. And also, really what I think it's really important for this protocol, and also for some other protocols that I designed, whenever it's something that I go for multi sessions, I want to give my clients a lot of extras. So like a video that they can use for a tapping sequence, but also like breathing techniques, and all these things, because for golf players, I never work with a golf player in a one session. I always offer them like a program so that we can work on multiple aspects of the game. But then I want to give them a lot of extras, and all these extras are ready made. So all the attendees can offer that also to their golf players with all the extras. And the thing is, you know, I'm really into tech, and I really want to design things like the applications like this. But everything is so designed that the attendees can just adapt it with a few clicks. They even can change the colors to their own brand if they don't want to use the branding, because there's a total branding around hypnosis for golfers. If they don't want to use that branding, with a few clicks, they can change everything. So like 3 days after the training, they can start, and they have like everything they need.
Yeah, I mean, just like in the plane ride home from HypnoThoughts Live, they can do all the customization that makes this thing ready to go when they land.
Yep.
And you're right, like you and I both, we are tech geeks, right? Like we like playing with all the bells and whistles. And for those of you that don't like playing with that stuff, Rob does it for you. Like this is really a set it and forget it kind of thing that is a really valuable niche. You know, like I said, you and I were talking, it was either last year or the year before, where we were talking about this specific workshop and all the material we're putting together. And I wasn't surprised, but I was impressed with just how complete this offering is. And so the value there for these people can't be overstated. So if anybody heard this and said, hey, I want to learn more, go to htlive.net. There's a link there for all the pre and post conference. You can look at a bunch of them, and you can really dive into Rob's and see all the details and understand what you're getting. So Rob, thanks to you for coming back to HypnoThoughts Live, as always. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule, and thanks to you guys for watching. And I'll be back with more speed dating with hypnotists next time.